Well, greetings, and we are back with another Just Wing It unboxing video. And this one is really neat. Okay, today we have the UMX Waco BL, BL standing for brushless. This is a fantastic model from Chris Puckett, who recently released the E-flite Valiant, the foamy 1.2 meter incarnation of the Hangar 9 Giant. Okay, and when I was down at the AMA West convention in Ontario, California, I was able to see both this and the Valiant. The Valiant came in late January, was able to purchase one of those and thoroughly enjoyed that plane. This was just released here within the last week. Ordered mine right away and it came in last night. So I'm really excited to get this thing out of the box and to show you some of the features of this fine model. So let's go ahead, get her out of the box and show you around. Well, here we are. She's out of the box and sitting pretty next to another one of her stablemates, the E-flite UMX J3 Cub. Reason why I chose to bring the J3 Cub out was, number one, because they're similar sized aircraft. Really, if you look at it, the J3 Cub is slightly longer in the wingspan, or slightly bigger in the wingspan, but they really are starting to up the sizes of these models. You know, it's funny, but I've seen it mentioned on some of the online forums, and in particular on RC groups, that really the E-flite models are no longer the U in the UMX, and they're more or less MX, micro extremes, okay? They're really not ultra micros, okay? But here you have a size comparison of the two models, and I'll tell you what, this Waco is superlative. It really is. I like to use that word because that word is often an apt description, okay, of a model. But here you have it finely crafted. I'm looking at the decals, I'm looking at the paint, of which I will show you here in a moment, and there's really very little overspray. The fit and finish of the components is outstanding, and I'll show you that up close. It really is amazing, and that these models have really come a long way from the Champ. Now, the wings are fully airfoiled, and that in and of itself makes for a good flying model. Okay, the vertical stab and the rudder are fully airfoiled, but although the horizontal and the elevator are fully airfoiled, they're more or less that thinner Depron, similar to what you would find on the older planes, and by that I mean maybe the UMX Carbon Cub, you know, the Champ, UMX Stearman, that sort of thing. Okay, but let me go ahead and bring her up close, and we're going to show you what we look like here on the rest of the model. So I'm going to show you right away. The guy wires are fabulous. They actually go in to a small connector and they're glued in. The rigging is extremely intricate. Okay, the battery will sit right behind the motor, as you can clearly see. It has the standard little UMX connector, UMX style connector. Okay, but ample room inside for multiple size batteries, and then the hatch itself is held on by two rare earth magnets, and there's a tongue and groove key at the back. The tongue and groove key in the back. Okay, and that simply goes in and it really snaps into place. And as you can see, these connectors here on the guy wires are amazing. Some of the detailing here is really just simply amazing. It really is. Okay, the connection points are amazing. The The wheel spats, as you can see, are they're both even. And again, E-flite's been doing a really good job with getting everything lined up. Now the wheel spats are foam, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. And notice the hardy and robust landing gear. The hardy and robust landing gear for this model. It really is nice. It's very thick on the inside, going all the way through, and then you have the additional guides here. So as you can see, this is a lot of rigging and a lot of landing gear going on. This plane has rigging for days. It really does. Also, the ailerons are connected. So you have both lower and upper ailerons connected by a very sturdy connector. And hopefully I can get that focus here for you. So the very sturdy connector on both upper and lower. Pilot, of course. The pilot has a little flying scarf and really a good looking little guy in there. Now this is what I was talking about here. We're going to show you. Okay. There's the elevator. As you can see, it's your standard UMX, very thin, with a connector between the two. Okay. The vertical stab is going to be a full foiled vertical stab, full formed, but again, the horizontal is connected by 4 stabilizing wires, and they actually do serve to stabilize the horizontal. Plus, there's a very nice little piece of ultra thin carbon running through. Okay, running through. So, and then at the back, of course, we have the 3 vent holes to include, as you can see, the simulated construction of the model with regards to the simulated tube fuselage with fabric covering. Again, very good. They did a great job. The simulated corrugated ailerons, both upper and lower. And then, of course, again, we have more simulated fuselage tubing covered with spar. Okay? Or covered with fabric, rather. Oh, one last thing. The motor detail is it's a decal. The motor detail is a decal. So, that said, and that's shown. It's a wonderfully scaled, beautiful model, beautiful rendition of the Waco. And I believe this is a YMPF 5. It's a YMPF 5, and it's actually modeled after an aircraft that's currently in production. The YMPF 5, hard to believe, is currently in production. The J3 Cub, of course, is not. Okay. But they are both interesting in that they're both golden era aircraft. The Waco still being in production, of course, the J3 Cub only in the hands of collectors. But in any event, I wanted to go ahead and show you this right away, give you an idea of what to expect. I want to keep this short. And I'm telling you what, I can't wait to fly this thing on a calm day. Full disclosure, I've actually flown this plane already. And I did not do any adjustments whatsoever on the control surfaces. Took it out of the box stock, bound it up to my DX6, and flew her in some pretty stout winds. And probably winds I shouldn't have. But as you can see, she's still in one piece and unscathed. So she survived her ordeal in the breeze out here at the desert outpost. So looking forward to a calm day when I can get her up in the air and actually put her through her paces and show you some of the maneuvers that this model is capable of. So in any event, I hope you enjoy this first look, this first glance at the new E-flite UMX Waco. Happy landings, everybody. Cheers.